Hi, my friends. Happy Saturday. I've got something I wanted to share. I'm literally itching my butt right now. I'm literally scratching my butt. I had an itch on my butt. I need to share something with y'all. And it's not like a huge deal or whatever, but there is something that I want to share with y'all that kind of I'm not super proud of. And so here it is. So I was on my social media this morning. Hi, also, I want to let y'all know, I set up two phones. So I have the schmick schmock. I think you're not allowed to say the names. I have the TikTok and then the IG. So I have like both going on right now. So I don't know. Anyway, so that's why I'm looking. I wanted to see if this would be like fun or thank you. Backwoods Barbie. Don't you love Dolly Parton? It was sad that her husband passed. They were together for like 1,000 years. Okay. So here's my confession. I was on my social media this morning, was last night, this early, whatever, late last night. And I saw a post that I got in my head about. I'm going to try not to cry, but there's nothing wrong with it. And this person didn't do anything wrong. But this woman had posted, she has a fashion, like her thing is like fashion, right? And so she had posted different styles and she was talking about, here's what we're doing in 2025. And she was talking about a couple different things and she was like, this kind of hat, we're not wearing anymore. Like we're not wearing this kind of fedora style hat, with the curls coming out from underneath it. And now we're wearing baseball hats. And then another one was, we're not doing like the cute little summer dresses with tennis shoes anymore. And she said, now we're just doing like, a nice sandal or whatever she said. And then the one that got me, the one that I'm kind of mad at myself for, but the one that got me was she said, and she's about my age, I'm 40. And she said, the one thing we're not doing anymore is the ripped jeans, like the destroyed denim jeans. And she said, because at our age, we're going for chic. We're going for pretty. And I think that hit me really hard because I'm 40. This woman's my age. And I'm angry that she made me question myself and my own style. All I wear is ripped jeans. It's my style. And for a while, I was like, dang, we're not doing ripped jeans anymore. Like, I felt really cool. Like, I felt really like kind of grunge, like that 90s kind of grunge style. And that's what I like, right? And so she was like, we are going for chic. Like, we want to look classy, not trashy. And I always make fun. I say, we're when I do the makeup, I say we're going from trash to smash, like whatever, right? And so she says, we're not doing ripped jeans at our age. Like we're not doing trashy anymore. And I was like, man. And I put my head down and I was like, gosh, like this is trashy now. And even all my shorts, they're ripped. They are ripped to jeans. And I buy them like that. I spend a lot of American Eagle. They ain't cheap. You buy them like that, right? And so she says, we're not doing that anymore. And she had a cardigan tied around her shoulders. And she said, we are doing pretty now. We are not doing trashy. Like we are not doing this anymore. And I just felt like the biggest loser in the world because and she didn't, to be clear, this woman was just talking about different fashion and styles and things like that, right? Like she did not do anything wrong. She was just saying, this is what's trending. This is what we're doing now. It was maybe her opinion. I don't know. But she was saying that basically when you wear these styles, like you are out of date, you are old, you are not in style, you're not trendy, and no one you know what I mean? Like, and I was like, wow. And I'm mad because I went through my closet and I was like going through my ripped jeans. Like, yeah, I guess I should like get rid of these, right? Fuck that. Like, I like those jeans. I felt cool in them. I like the style. I like the everything. My confession is this. I gave someone the power over me. I let them decide what my beauty was supposed to be, right? And I'm out here all willy-nilly preaching, don't let anybody tell you what beauty should be and what you're supposed to feel. And like, I have these women coming to me every day saying, I don't feel beautiful, I don't feel pretty, I don't feel worthy, and I just feel so ugly, I feel fat, I feel unloved, and all these things. And although there was nothing wrong with the post, like in general, it was just like, why are we still telling people? Like, I mean, it's one thing to say, hey, these are trending, maybe check these out. But it's another thing to say, we're not wearing this anymore because ew. Like, you know what I mean? And it, like, and it shouldn't have hurt my feelings. She wasn't talking to me. She doesn't know who I am. She don't know me from Adam. But just to know that there are women out there who are looking at these influencers and they're saying, why can't I be like them? Right? Like, there are women that are looking up to these influencers with all these followers and saying, why can't I be like them? And they're just out here saying, don't wear this, you can't wear this, that's gross. And if someone like me, I'm someone who came from 40 years of bullying and being told I'm fat and I'm ugly and feeling like I'm unworthy and not good enough and all these things, right? Like, I lost 170 pounds, like, not for nothing, but I found some self-love along the way, not because of the weight loss, but in spite of it. Like, I learned that my weight doesn't determine my beauty. The makeup you wear doesn't determine your beauty, but it does, you do have more, power. And that's what I want to do, is like empower women to feel beautiful. And then you go and you see these influencers that are saying, like, they're not just saying, hey, try this, you might really love this, but they're saying, don't do what you're doing because it's ugly. And I just feel like there's something to that is not, like, that's not okay. And so, hey, Jesse. Hey. And so when I first, so real quick backstory, I've been a private investigator for going on 20 years, and yes, mean girls turn into mean women who raise mean girls. Yep. I saw something this morning. Somebody said, you want to know why kids bully? Because adults bully. And it's true. But, so I guess my thing was like, I've been a PI for nearly 20 years. And for that time I was sitting on surveillance, like, you know, minding other people's business, and you get bored. That's how I got into makeup, started learning makeup. So over 15, almost 16 years, I'm sitting in a car and I'm learning makeup and I'm just nailing it. So after that many years, 6-7 days a week, doing my makeup 4 and 5 times a day and doing all the different tips and tricks, I learned a lot about makeup. I got really good at it, right? But I wasn't on social media. I was still in a place where everybody hated me, everybody whatever, like everybody bullied me and made fun of me. And so, one day I found this stupid makeup company and I was like, oh, that's cool makeup. I want to try. Or, no, I said the makeup was stupid. I said, that's really stupid. No one does your makeup like that, but I want to try it. So I did. Anyway, so, whenever you buy the makeup, it was, at that time it was an MLM, like the direct sales company or whatever. Now it's just affiliate marketing. But when you sign up for that stuff, it makes you create like a website, like the replicated website. Oh, I fell down in the restaurant the other day, hurt my ankle. Now I can't sit on my foot. Anyway, so they make you create a name for your business. And they say, what do you want the name of your business to be? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, saintofficial.com/Mackenzie Folds. I get, like, that's right. And then I was like, no, if I wanted a business name, like, what would it be? And I didn't know. And so after thinking about it for a while, I came up with Freedom and Beauty. So Freedom, because my birthday is 4th of July, the Independence Day baby, all-American girl, like freedom, like, you know, USA, whatever. But also freedom, like when I think of beauty and makeup, I think of the freedom to decide what is beautiful to you and what beauty means to you, right? Because there's just something to have that freedom to decide what works for you and what is beautiful to you, and not that you don't have to, not that you shouldn't follow trends, because they can be fun and they can be educational. Like you can kind of learn what's in right now or whatever. And as the more you see things, you might be like, oh, that's really ugly. But the more you see it, you're like, that's really cute. I want to buy a shirt like that or whatever. But so freedom and beauty was born that day. And so when I think of freedom and beauty, it's important to me to honor that, like to honor the name of my business, Freedom in Beauty. And so now I have a $1 million business. I have a 7-figure business, Freedom in Beauty, for all just specifically talking about like you get to decide what beauty is to you. And so anyways, it really just, I was so mad at myself. I preach every single day, don't let anybody tell you what beauty is. Don't let anybody, whatever. And here I am. I saw this lady's post and she said something as simple as, your ripped jeans that you're wearing, throw them out. They're ugly. We are wearing these now. And she wasn't mean about it. Like, it was just a normal post. Like, hey, here's what's trending in 2025. The ripped jeans, no, they're ugly. We're going for trendy, or those are trashy. We're going for classy now, or chic, or whatever it was. She was not mean girl at all. She was just talking about the styles. It's the same thing like Cosmo magazine. You can't read a Cosmo mag without, like, if you're someone who's into style and that's your thing and you want to see like what's out and what's in or whatever, then I think it's great. But I think for the general population, I feel like most people don't care what's in. We care what makes us feel good, right? For instance, when I learned how to do makeup, I was in 8th grade and I learned makeup from another 8th grader who I thought was so cool. She was just as dumb as me. As like the blind leading the blind. She didn't know what she was doing. She learned from another 8th grader. But I did that same makeup for 40 years, right? Like we learn what we learn and what works for us, and then we keep doing it. I wasn't like, oh, what's new in makeup? I was just like, hey, this is what she taught me. This is what I know. This is what I do. And so I guess like it kind of gives me I get a little self-conscious. It's weird saying that, but it gives me a complex sometimes, like having the following that I do and like the platform that I have and the influence that I'm sure to have, having that many followers, it kind of gives me a little bit of anxiety, like, because I don't want to be someone who people look at and go, oh, she's so pretty. I wish I was like her. Like, that's not fair. And I kind of got away from doing that, and I feel really good about that. And I feel good that I've built, the self-love, and I've really given myself a lot of grace, and I have found myself a lot. And so I'm grateful for that. But then to kind of fall victim to that, I saw this influencer and I was like, I fell victim to her, and I saw your ripped jeans are ugly. And I went in my closet and I was like, well, I guess I gotta get rid of these. And then I was like, but I don't, and then I put on the jeans without rips in them, and I was like, this is stupid. Like, I don't like these. I want the ones with the rips. Like, I think again, it's just my style. If you don't like them, you don't like them, but I think they're cool. I think they're grungy. I think it shows that like, you're not trying to, dress up too much. Anyway, so yeah, you're not too old. Like, who says you're too old? The kids are going to say that. But anyways, I guess like that's what I wanted to kind of share with you guys. And thank you for letting me share, because it makes me feel a little bit better. But also, I kind of want to tell you that like you're not alone. So like if you're out there and you're looking at people and you're comparing yourself to them, and you're saying, gosh, I wish I was more like this, or gosh, I was, she's really pretty, I wish I looked like her, or whatever. Just know that number one, you're not alone, because I'm someone that people look at every day and say, gosh, I wish I could do my makeup like you, or I wish I was pretty as you. And I'm like, you're beautiful. Like, have you seen yourself? Like, whatever. But it's normal. And here I am doing it too. And so what you don't realize is that while you're looking at other people going, gosh, they're, she's telling me what style is, and I guess I don't have it. Other people are looking at you going, gosh, like, I wish that I had that style or whatever. So just know that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. I firmly believe that everyone's created in God's image. I feel like beauty is not what a fashion trend says it is. I also talk about a lot how, like, I'm a PI, so I kind of learned, and I have a criminal justice degree too. I did a lot of studies on like body language and lying and stuff like that. And in hand with the lying is confidence, right? Because if you lie the chances are you're not confident because you know you're lying, right? So I always talk about like when you wear different colors, like eyeshadows and stuff like that. And I'm talking about being confident in it. And a lot of people say, what eyeshadows should I wear if I have this color eyes, right? I love you, Lindsay. Thank you so much. And, thank you. They say, what color eyeshadow should I wear with this color eyes? And I'm like, well, what colors do you like? Oh, that's the fifth. We still got to hydrate. We still got to hydrate. That if you're new here, that means 15-minute timer. That means drink your water. Coffee don't count. I don't know who's drinking coffee at 2. Whatever. Anyways, excuse me. Yeah, so whenever someone says, well, I gotta wear eyeshadows that, make my eyes pop, do you? Because if your eyes pop, but you're not confident because you don't like the color, right? Lizzie, I send you the link. It's on Amazon. I'll send it to you. Sophie, don't worry. We'll find it, girl. I do. I always got the timer. Let's say you're wearing, thank you, Christina. Let's say you're wearing the eyeshadow shades that the absolute best makeup artist in the world says you should wear this color, and you're wearing it, right? But it's not something that you would reach for. You're not crazy about it. It doesn't speak to you, whatever. Now your eyes are going to be popping and you're looking like this, right? But if you're wearing a color that doesn't necessarily make your eyes pop, but you feel good about it, your shoulders are back, right? The distance between the bottom of your earlobes and your shoulders is the greater that distance, the greater your confidence, right? So when your shoulders are back and your head is held high, that's the confidence. It doesn't freaking matter what colors are on your eyes. Do you know what I mean? And so that's why people, and I'll tell you, if you say, hey, I have this color eye, what kind of eyeshadows? I'll send you colors that make certain eyeshadows pop or what I know looks good or whatever. But at the end of the day, if you're wearing colors that they're just not your style, like this lady saying, don't wear ripped jeans, they're ugly, we're going for classy, not trashy. Bitch, I'm gonna be classy in my ripped jeans with my grunge and my black nail polish or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's just something to it. And so I feel like the more confident you are in yourself, and this was, Mimi was bold and proud of her eyeshadow. I'm just saying, whenever even if you don't feel confident in yourself and you don't know, you're just like, oh my God, I don't feel good about this. But you walk into a room and you make a huge distance here between your ears and your shoulders. No one is ever going to know. And your confidence is going to, it's almost like you're like fake it till you make it. Like, it's almost like you're setting the tone for what you're going to do. So pull your shoulders back, even if you're not confident, and you lift your head up everywhere you go, because you deserve to feel that confident. You deserve to feel lifted. You point your nose to the sky and you walk into a room, and nobody's going to notice that your eyeshadow doesn't make your eyes pop. Your face is going to be popping. Do you know what I mean? Like, and so they say that with like liars. When people lie, what do? They tend to go like this. Like, if you know someone's sad and you're like, hey, are you doing okay? They're going to be like, yeah, I'm fine. See what the shoulders did? Yeah, I'm fine. Do you see what I mean? Because when you close up this neck, you're trying to protect yourself, right? That's a protective stance. And so I don't trust you if you say that, right? But if you say, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine. See what I mean? I didn't change my face. I didn't change my tone. Nothing. Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine. See what I mean? It like closes you off. And so if you are confident in who you are and what you're doing, you're going to create this distance here. I don't care if you're wearing ripped jeans. I don't care if you're wearing leggings. I don't care if you are wearing whatever. I don't care what color, eyeshadow, whatever you're wearing. And that's why, excuse me, I wanted to come here and share this with you, because I feel like so many of us are comparing ourselves to others, and it has to stop. We have to stop, letting other people tell us, like, you ain't my mama. Like, you're not going to tell me I'm not going to wear my ripped jeans. No, ma'am. Like, I'm still going to wear my ripped jeans. And so my shoulders must be in my forehead. Girl. Yeah, and that's the thing, too, is that some of that is a habit from childhood and not. No, you're absolutely right. That's true. And sometimes it's just, that's our natural posture. So like, I get it. But generally speaking, the more confident you are, the distance is greater here. Like, that's just your shoulder blades. You practice putting your shoulder blades together. They're never going to touch because that's not how maybe some of y'all can touch your shoulder blades. I don't know. But if you practice bringing your shoulder blades together, you pop your boobies out, your shoulders go back and down, your head comes up, create that big distance, and you're confident. And what you'll notice is that people will look at you differently. And it obviously, how people look at you doesn't matter, but like, it only matters how you see yourself or whatever. But it doesn't suck when people notice that, hey, you look really confident, or hey, you look really great, or whatever. And people will start to be intimidated by you instead of you being intimidated by other people. And so, I don't know, I just kind of wanted to share that with you and let you know that you're not alone. And like, the influencers that you're following online, if there are any influencers that you're following and when you watch them, you just like doom scroll through their page and you're like, oh, I hate her, she's so pretty, next post. And you see her next post and you're like, oh, I wish I looked like that. Oh, that's such a great reel. Oh, I wish I was like, whatever. You need to block that person or just stop following them, whatever. Like, no, or just mute them. Like, they don't need to know that you don't follow them anymore or whatever. I have very close friends, other saint artists, other like private investigators that like I follow that I really respect. And there's some that I look at their page and I go, oh my God, she's so cool or whatever. And I had to mute them. I don't want them showing up on my page anymore because when I see them, I find myself going, gosh, I wish I was more like them. But what I don't realize is that I've got 2 million followers, right? So let's just say 2 million people looking at me going, gosh, she's really cool, or I like her, or whatever. Do you know what I mean? And so I want you guys to remember, I want to be someone that reminds you that you are worthy. You're worthy. You're worthy. You're beautiful. You are worthy of the mansion. You're worthy of the marble. You are worthy of it all. And so that's like, you are so confident about yourself. I'm like, holy crap, what do I do? Yeah, and it's interesting also because like, it's normal too. Like, it's normal to look at someone and go, gosh, like, and be a little envious or whatever. And it's even healthy. Like, it's fine. Those are like negative emotions are still emotions, right? Like, it's all valid. But I want to be someone who, like, when you see me, you're like, oh man, here she goes. Now she's going to tell me to be positive again. All right, here we go. And then you're like, oh, I guess I got to be do you know what I mean? Like, oh, this one, I don't want to look at Mackenzie anymore. She's just going to tell me to be positive, or she's going to tell me to be confident. All right, I'll follow her. Do you know what I mean? So like, follow the people that like actually kind of say, hey girl, you being stupid. It's time to be confident now. Like, let's buckle up, right? So thank you. Isn't it so cute? So my best friend lives in Nashville. And so we went to the Opry, and I got this there. It says Dolly, Backwoods Barbie. Isn't it cute? Or no, wait. No, I'm lying. I got it at the airport. I got another one at the Opry. This one was at the airport, at the Nashville airport. Anyways, so thank you for letting me share that. It was weighing so heavily on my heart because I felt guilty. Like, I was like, here I am preaching to these women, and here I am looking at this lady's page, and she said, we're not doing ripped jeans anymore because those are trashy. We're going classy. We're going to be chic now. And I was like, what? So now I can't be chic if I'm wearing ripped jeans? Like, you were just, you know what I mean? Like, it's whatever. Anyways, so nobody gets to tell you, and you will never find, if you do, it's an accident, but you will never find me saying, you need to wear your makeup this way. This is how you have to do it, right? I will tell you how I do it and why I know that how things help like shape your face with makeup and stuff like that. But I'm never going to be like, if you don't do it this way, it's ugly. And guess what? The trend changed. We're not doing contour here anymore. We're doing it here or whatever. And so I feel like there's just something that needs to be said for people who are looking at influencers, and we are so intimidated by, they have a big following, or there's whatever. Y'all know the story of the time I was at the mall and I had the gurgle guts, because we all get gurgle guts because we all have human bodies. And you know I'm talking about. It wasn't a Taco Bell day, but you know how sometimes after you eat Taco Bell and you get the bubble guts and then you got to poop. And I was in Victoria's Secret and I was like, oh, gurgle. And I was like, I got to go to the bathroom. I started hightailing it to the bathroom right there in the mall. And then one of my followers stopped me. She said, oh my God, are you Freedom Barbie? And I was like, no. Yeah. Anyways, I stopped and I was like, yeah, hi. But really, I was going to crap my pants. And she was sitting there talking to me, and I'm just like, I'm sweating. Like, my palms are sweating. Like, I'm about to shit my pants. Okay. And, meanwhile, I have people in my messages all the live long day. Oh, I wish I was more like you. I wish whatever. We all shit our pants the exact same way. You don't think Brad Pitt gets the squirts every now and then? Do you know what I mean? Like, these big, giant name celebrities that we're talking about, like, that we admire so much. Like, do you know what I'm saying? You don't think Harry Potter gets the squirts every now and then? Like, everybody. Oprah, she's like, she's richer than God. And you don't think she gets the diarrhea every once in a while? Come on. Do you know what I mean? And so when you just look at other people and you are intimidated by them, you just be like, she poops. She poops. That's it. They poop. So when you're looking at someone and you're intimidated and you're just like, gosh, I wish it was more like her, just be like, she poops. Everybody poops. We all get the gurgle guts. And I did not shit my pants that day, but it was this close. Okay? So I just want to tell y'all, don't be intimidated. Don't let nobody is better than you. Not one single soul is better than you. We all poop. That's it. Yeah, exactly, Dusty. So anyways, I just had to share that with y'all. Well, before I do my makeup, because I didn't want to cry and like it all cry out because I'm a crybaby. That's how I do it. Anyway, so I think it's funny because I did my 2 phones, and so I did like everybody poops. Yes, everybody poops. I don't care who you are. Like this lady, she tell me ripped jeans are ugly now. Like you're trashy. Like she poops. What colors make hazel eyes pop? So generally speaking, when we're talking about making our eyes pop, you want to go with the color opposite on the color wheel. So green, right, is a good base for, like, is a hazel, right? So you want to think anything like reds. But also, when you think of reds, you think of, like, what makes red? Like, you got blues and purples and things like that. So if you look at a color wheel, you'll get an idea, like, what colors are great for that. So if you're thinking hazel eyes, hazel is, like, green and brown. Purples make browns pop. Coppers make browns pop. So if you have like something that's like a reddish copper, like a dark purple, like Revival, colors like this, or even like this has little red in it. So you can play with the different shades or whatever. Everybody poops. Yes. New merch. I do have new Freedom Barbie merch. It's called Internet Lipstick. Did y'all hear it? The reason I did hashtag Internet Lipstick on my merch, which you can, if you're on the IG, just comment merch and it'll give you my link. If you're on the TikTok, go to my website and it'll have my merch link. But anyways, I have new merch and it says hashtag Internet Lipstick. And so, I've been selling makeup online for 3 years. And a couple months ago, I was talking to my brother, and he's a guy, like, he knows what I do, like, kind of whatever. Seems to want to eat. My family wants to eat every day. They're so rude. Bye, Rhonda. I'm glad you're here. I love you, friend. So it's hashtag internet lipstick. And one day a couple months ago, I was talking to my brother, and, you know, he knows what I do, kind of. He's a guy, he's a fireman, like a firefighter in the army, whatever. And so he's like, how's work or business going? Like, he doesn't know what to call it. Like, he's just like, he knows I'm a PI, but like, he doesn't really know what to call this. And so I'm like, my business, like, you know, he knows what I do. And I'm like, do you know what I do for a living? And I wanted to hear him come up with some kind of funny, like, explanation for what I do for a living. And, he said, something about, internet lipstick. And so internet lipstick, I was like, that's a hashtag, internet lipstick. So anyways, that's what I do. I sell internet lipstick. So I just thought it was really, really funny. And, so that's how I just thought that was like something that I don't know. It was just something funny that him and I have now. So internet lipstick, and then, if you Google ACDC OCHD, cause I talk about having ADHD real bad, and like I take meds for like my anxiety and my OCD and like my squirrel head or whatever. And so I usually call it ACDC, just like to be silly with it. And then I was like trying to explain my ADHD and my OCD, and I just like splurted off the alphabet. ACDC OCHD, and so now it's on a shirt. But if you Google it, it pulls me up. It is so freaking funny. So anyways, okay, so I want to get ready for the day. Thank you for letting me cry that out. I really appreciate you guys. This is the internet lipstick that my brother calls it internet lipstick. So this is, Ryan, I thought y'all were swimming. Oh, whatever. Do whatever you want. Okay, so I'm going to apply my makeup and just, I don't know, like, yeah, I think everybody relates to it. I'm going to apply my makeup and I hope that it helps you kind of understand a little bit more about makeup. If you want to get matched for, this makeup that I said, this custom, like these custom compacts, just go, if you're on the TikTok, just text me. It's probably easiest. Where's my 4 palette? That's the water timer. That means drink your water. This Dolly shirt, I got this at, where'd I say? Oh, the airport. But my Freedom Barbie merch, you can just go to it's all willynilly.shop. I love Dolly. I'm a Dolly fan. I think she is just so cute and so real. I really like Dolly a lot. But if you want the link to my merch, just go here. But if you want a color match, text me there. If you're on the, Instagram, just comment match. I put the thing.
Mom, I buried Jesse.
What?
I buried Jesse.
What does that mean?
I buried him.
You buried him? What do you mean? And your stuffed animals?
Come look.
I can't. He says, "Come look." Like I'm not in the middle of a lie.
Oh, okay.
That's fine.
Well, you're done. But he's not.
Lord Jesus. He said, can Jesse's his stepbrother, his dad's wife's son. And he's like, can Jesse come over? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, we're going to go swimming. I'm like, yeah, they're not swimming. Oh, Amy. Yeah. So the Cheer Choice Awards is next weekend in Vegas. So you guys nominated me for, someone nominated me for this award, this Cheer Choice Award, which is like celebrating creators and influencers and that are using their platform for positivity. And it's like positive stuff, which I thought was really cool, but I had never heard of it. And so I get an email one day, several months ago, like last year, and they said, you've been nominated for a Cheer Choice Award. I said, WTF is a Cheer Choice Award. And they kind of told me a little bit about it. I'm like, oh, and they're like, you just can't risk going to the States for the next 4+ years. Oh, do we need to have a private conversation? Don't say anything that'll incriminate you. Anyway, so, oh, are you talking about the president? Oh, we're not going to have a political conversation. Don't message me about political stuff. I won't. That's my birthday. Oh, April 13th. So we go to Vegas. So it'll be me, my husband, my son, my best friend, who is also my assistant. So she's definitely coming because she's like my right hand. She's the one that lives across the street. She got the little baby Ollie. We go to her soccer games and stuff. So if you see her, that's who that is. And then her husband. So it's going to be me, my husband, my son, and then my best friend and her husband. And so Thursday we'll fly in, and there's like a comedy show that is being put on by some of the other creators that I don't know if they've been nominated or if they're just other creators that are presenting or whatever. So there's a comedy show Thursday night, and all of it is for charity. So all the money that they raise, like when you buy the tickets and stuff, it all goes to charity. So I think that's kind of cool. So I think it's like but it is a red carpet event. So there will be, the comedy night on Thursday night. By the way, this is my contour shade. So if you don't know what you're doing with makeup, I'll help you know what you're doing with makeup. Just comment match. I'll tell you what shades to get and everything. But this is just a contour. Like I don't know why I use such a giant, you don't need a giant palette. Just use that's not my bronzer one. Hold on. I can't find my little one. I have a little baby palette. See, like this. Like you don't need a bunch of shades, just a couple. The right contour. So the right contour placement for me, because of the size of my forehead, because I have the greater the distance from your hairline to your eyebrows, if you have a great distance there, contour right at the hairline. And if it's a very, very short, like maybe your hairline is here, you might not need to contour. Lindsay, have so much fun. I want to see pictures. I want to see if you want to share. And then contour is really preference. So contour is we're just creating structure on the face. We want to create the illusion that we want to create, right? So if you go like this and you press in and you find that hollow, you can put your contour right above that. That's what I do. If you want your contour to be a little bit more lifted, one thing that you can do with your contour is put your finger here and your finger here, and you can go into your contour and just color all this in. That's your contour. This, I know that this looks like a lot. And with this makeup that I use, this one compact makeup, this cream makeup, there's only 11 ingredients. It's actually not that much makeup. It just looks like it. But when you use, I find that hollow right there. This area is where I want it to be lifted. So I just put my contour in there like that. Okay. This will blend out. So you're not going to look like a crazy triangle all the live long day. This is just like a fun way to kind of learn the placement in general. Another way to consider where your contour goes is Scuba Steve. If you put on your Scuba Steve goggles, the contour will go just outside of them. Yeah, you can do the 3 method too, the 3 and the E. So if you do a 3, it comes here, and then you can come here, and that's your 3. What are y'all doing? And then the E, so same thing. So it just depends on like what your preference is. Some people learn it different ways. Like, I try to teach makeup in a way that's like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, but I'll never forget it, right? So that's why we do Scuba Steve. Scuba Steve, like we're never going to forget him. Like you put on your goggles and your husband's like, what the f are you doing? And you're like, I'm Scuba Steve. Anyway, so outside of those goggles, like if you put goggles on your face right now, where do they sit? And then put your contour all the way around them, like a stop like right here at your jaw, whatever. But that's how you kind of know where your contour goes. And then I kind of do a little under the lip to make it look a little bit bigger. There's so many different ways you can do your contour, and it doesn't have to be scary. So then whenever you blend it, you just kind of like, I like to wait and blend all the colors in together. But you can just kind of press this in. Pam, is it so beautiful out right now? It just kind of blends in, but you'll see where like all the colors go together. Okay, so thank you, April. Hey, if you guys are new here, if you're on the Instagram, just comment match. I'll tell you what shades to get. You can build like a big palette, whatever. Y'all on the TikTok, just text me or go to the website and do the color match form. Okay, so with the brightening highlight or concealer, what you might know as brightening highlight concealer, whatever, I like to go inside. Samantha, I don't like to use the Beauty Blender for cream makeup. I like it for liquid. I don't care for it for cream. So I would recommend trying it and see if it works for you. But I think you'll like the brush a lot better. And it's less bacteria and you can clean it easier. I just did a PI story this morning. Okay, scuba goggles, right? So if you don't know where to put anything, put your scuba goggles and your bright goes right in here. That's scuba goggles. That's why we call him Scuba Steve. So, and this isn't like, it's not an exact science, but it's like in general, you're like, oh yeah, the brightening goes inside the scuba goggles. So, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't need to go down or whatever. There's different ways that you can use your brightening highlight. Like if you want to chisel out your cheeks a little bit more, like you could do the brightening highlight here or like, you know, whatever. But that's, in general, the rule of thumb that I like to teach is just put it in your T-zone because you want to look alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic. And so to do that, you can get this, get that really bright color in there. The best tip on how to begin to learn how to fill in your brows. First, decide, do you want to use a powder or a cream or a gel? Like, what do you want to use? And you want to find the color. So once you find a color, so like you can, I think eyeshadows are a great way to color and fill in your eyebrows because there's a lot of different eyeshadows. Like there's like lots of cools and warms and whatever. So there's a lot of colors to play with if you're someone who has a lot of eyeshadows. And then just use a brush like this. Like this is a flat angle brush and it's got like a spoolie. Tap into your cream contour. When you get color matched by me, your contour shade most of the time will match your eyebrows. So you can tap into it and then just real lightly tap, 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 and little by little fill in or put that color and you'll see it build just super gradual, but always start really light. Okay, if you have Saint but it's feeling heavy on you, then there's too much product. And if you're using more product to get the coverage you want, then the shade is wrong. So if you have the right shade, you're going to be able to use much less and get much more coverage. And if I'm your artist, just message me. I can help you with that. I can help you like get the right shades and all that stuff, but it should never feel too, if you feel anything at all, there's way too much product. And if you're putting on more product to get the coverage, then you need to change the shade. And that's the stuff that you should be texting me for and say, hey, I really need help with my makeup. It feels like this or whatever. That's when I'm going to pop in and be like, you know what? I got you. And I'm going to help you. Yeah, it's Amber. It's only cream. Samantha, I pinned my phone number. Just text me or comment the word match, and then submit your selfie, and then I'll do your color match, and I'll help you find like all the shades or whatever. But you can also just text me and be like, "Hey, girl, I was on your live and just wanted to whatever, ask whatever." So yeah, these are creams. The eyeshadows are powders, and then we have like a couple setting powders. But yeah, this is a cream makeup. If you have dark under eye circles, that's a good question too. A lot of times that's blue and purple, so we want to use a color that is opposite of that. So we want like oranges and yellows, and a lot of times these are color correcting. So I'll be able to help you figure out the right color to put there. We should never be applying more product to cover. We should be applying less product with the right color to cancel out the discoloration that we don't like. Yeah, the setting powders. I really like the setting powder. I just finished my makeup. My 19-year-old son told me it looks good. I love, first of all, hashtag boy mom. I love when boys recognize it. My Saint makeup feels oily and I already have oily skin. Felicia, if your makeup is feeling oily, there could be too much. Or if you already have oily skin and you start using Saint makeup, your skin will learn over a couple days. Like it'll learn like, oh, I don't need to produce it. And so your skin will adjust. But if you've given it time and it's still not adjusting, you're probably wearing the wrong shade. The right shade will allow you to apply the most minimal amount to get the maximum coverage. And I'm telling you, that's where my knowledge and experience comes in. That's where my girls text me and say, hey, I have questions with this or whatever. Even eyeliner. Oh, I have the liquid eyeliner is the best way to get it even, in my opinion. Holly, yeah, just you can text me and say, hey, I was on your live. I want to get like a color correct and just send me a selfie. That's all. And I'll help you figure out like what colors you need to cancel out the discoloration. It's really easy. Megan. Oh, Megan said, I can't wait for Monday's podcast episode. You guys, it's a boy. It's a boy. We recorded yesterday. It's a boy. I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you that because the lawyers, but it's a boy. We never get dudes telling their story on the podcast ever because guys don't tell their story about like girls hurting them or like being dogfish. We have a guy who told his story and it's freaking wild. And you're like, what? Just wait until Monday. You're going to be like, no freaking way. I'm telling y'all, if you ain't listened to the podcast, it's called The Dating Detectives. And we've been on for 2 years and we don't get no dudes. Like we had one gay man who told about his homosexual relationship with another guy. We had The Bachelor, Clayton from The Bachelor, season 26 or 28 or something. Clayton from The Bachelor was on our podcast, so he told his story. But for the last 2 years, other than that, it's been girls. So we finally got a guy to tell his story. He got dogfished, and he told his story. And 5 hours we were recording last night, 5 hours. It's called The Dating Detectives. We're on Insta. You can follow us on Insta. I'm telling you, it's a good podcast. If you're a true crime girl, we're usually top 10. We're usually top 10 podcasts in the true crime category. So contour under the lip. This is one of the, no, Sonia, it's a one-parter. It's one part. It's all one. I think it's gonna be a long one, but it's one part. What the heck is dogfish? So you know what catfish is? Like, so when we first started the podcast, we were me and Hannah, my co-host, and our producer Molly were talking about like the format and stuff like that. And we were talking about like how we want it to look and how we can make sure that how we can get our our guests to feel the safest and, you know, the most ethical true crime stories, whatever. And so I was like, we were like, well, it's like catfish. And I was like, yeah, except it's dogfish. So it's like, it was a term that we coined that just basically is like not catfish, but like a lot of people say, oh, men are dogs. And it's not all, we're not hating on men. Like it was just like a funny thing, but anybody can be a dogfish. But that's why we call it dogfish, because it was like they are who they say they are, but they're lying. So our podcast is about people that are, they're con men. Think Dirty John. Think, you know, Dirty John was a con man, and like they're, you know, this guy, oh, I married this guy, but he has a whole nother family or whatever. Crazy stories. I heard Apple Podcasts have been acting strange. Try Spotify. I like Spotify. That was a 15-minute timer. Drink your water. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast, you guys. It means a lot to us. Okay, sorry. The squirrel. Okay, so the contour under the lip, by the way, when I put my contour here, it just creates shadow, right? So it makes it look like my lips a little bit more pouty. And then when you blend it, it just kind of like, you know, looks really pretty. Oh, Ramon was a bad episode. Like, it was a good episode, but it was a bad. Like, I was so mad at Ramon. Okay, so my next shade, so this is like, yeah, try Spotify. We like Spotify. The only reason we're not doing, two reasons we're not doing video podcasts right now. Number one, because as a private investigator, I have insisted that until we find a way to make them completely anonymous, like find a way to, we have to edit it so much because I just insist on like complete anonymity and that so that everyone can tell their stories in the most safe way. And so I feel like until we have the manpower to take the time to edit them the way that I want them edited, to be on a video, then we'll be on YouTube. But I would rather, like, I know a lot of people want the video and they won't listen to the podcast until it's a video, but I would rather not, like, I will maintain the integrity of like just like how just the safety and the anonymity of our guests and stuff. So that's kind of where I'm at. So, but the Patreon, like everybody who's joins the Patreon, it's like $5 a month or whatever. That has helped us. And then when we have the ads, like when we advertise for different companies, that helps us. So we're growing. But until we have the funds to hire someone to actually like edit the videos in the way that I feel comfortable with, then I'm not doing it. So I blame myself. Yes, this is the smudge brush. Hold on. I'm sorry if I'm missing questions. Samantha, there's so many different moisturizers that I like, but I've been using the Drunk Elephant stuff for almost 2 years. They won't work with me. They are. I've asked them, y'all want to do a promo? Y'all want to do a collab? They always say no, or they just don't respond. But I use all their stuff. I love it, and I've been trying to get like discount codes, but no. Anyways, but the Drunk Elephant stuff is the best in my opinion. I love what it's done for my skin. If you look back on my social media, you'll see my skin has really changed. But also between that and this makeup, it does really well. But the moisturizer, so I use this. They're vitamin B and C serums, but then I also use the Protini moisturizer with the Lala Retro. It's my absolute favorite. Go to comment though, if you're on the Instagram, comment the word Ulta. It'll take you to my storefront and you'll see it. You'll see the Drunk Elephant stuff right there. If you're on the TikTok, just go to that website. It'll take you to my Ulta website. Okay, because Ulta gave me a storefront. I still am not over it. I think it's so cool. Okay. This is, foundation, concealer, contour. So it's like 3 shades that are all in one layer. So we're not like layering on a whole bunch of crap on our face. So this makeup is cream. It's very light. Like it's not, when I first started cream makeup, I was like, ew, it's disgusting. Like, ew. But now I'm like, I don't know. Like it's actually the best makeup I've ever seen. And so it's very, very light and it doesn't take a whole lot to get the coverage you want. And so by lightly just kind of blending this into your skin. Samantha, I got you. That's when, if you comment the word match, Samantha, it'll send you my color match link. my color match form, and you just send me your beautiful selfie, and I'll take it from there. I will look at your face, I'll look at your hair and your eyes and your face shape and your texture and all the things, and I will help you determine like what shades to get and all that stuff, and then I'll send you a text and say, hey girl, here's your shades. And then you can choose your own adventure from there. Then you decide. So these are all, I don't know if you guys know this, but these are all like little tins, and these are magnets. So all the palettes are magnets, and you choose what colors to get and how many. So you do it within your budget. If you're on the TikTok, I have it on Instagram and TikTok right now. If you're on the TikTok, text me or go to teamfreedomandbeauty.com and do my color match form. It won't let me do the links on the Instagram. It'll let me it'll say comment match, and then it recognizes it, and then it sends a DM with the link. But if you're on the TikTok, text me there and just say, hey girl, I was on your TikTok, whatever. I swear it's me. It's not a robot. Y'all can text me all the live long day. It's not a robot. I swear it's me. Or you can go to teamfreedombeauty.com, and at the top it says like color match form, and that's the same form that you get if you're on the Instagram and you say match, and then it sends that. I don't know how I feel about doing the double. I was like, the only reason I wanted to do that was because I was like, I need to share about how I was feeling about that lady and like what she posted and like how I let myself feel about it. Anyways, okay, so foundation, concealer, contour, right? So see that little gray, cool, like ashy tone here? It's just a little bit, just enough to create dimension. It's not like you don't leave it like that, right? Like you blend it. It's her. I've been texting her a lot. I do. I always, first message and auto text. Yes, thank you. So whenever you there's certain texts, there's certain automations that I've set up. Like when you comment the word match and when you send your color match form, you'll get a text from me that says, hey girl, you are beautiful. I got you. I'll get your color match back right away. That's an automation. And then when I send it back to you, it says, like, I click the buttons and I say, okay, I want to do this, this, and this. And then I send it back to you, and you'll get a text and I think an email too. And it says, hey girl, here's your color match form. I'm done with it, whatever. And then from there, just text me. Just text me. It's fine. Just text me. Just text me. Don't call me. Y'all don't call my phone. I don't answer the phone. I ain't answered the phone since, I don't know, 17, 12. Tap, 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 blend up to Jesus. That's what I mean when I say blend up to Jesus, like this. But never are we, I like this makeup because you're never like mashing your brush and like swirling it all over your face. I know your first instinct when you see this on your face is like, oh my God, press, and like wipe it away kind of. So whenever you use this, like you'll see, yes, thank you. So Tammy, when they first set it up, because I'm a top seller here in this company. I have like 30,000 customers, right? So, when I first started kind of, I guess like going viral, like when more and more customers started requesting a color match, there was a 3-month period when I didn't sleep. Like I was literally like responding and texting. Samantha, I pinned it here, but I'll post it here onto Instagram. There you go. Things started getting big real fast, and I was by myself. And so, bye Kim, have a good day. You give those puppies love. And so I was, what was I saying? Oh, so people would be like, hey, I'd like to get a color match. And I'm like, okay. And I was like creating this really beautiful Canva photo and like typing in their colors and sending it over. And that was taking like, I don't know, like 5-10 minutes per person, right? And try doing that times like, I don't know, 200 to 500 times a day. And for 3 months I didn't sleep because that's what I did. And so whenever, thank you, Courtney. And so then I had to find a way to, I had to automate something, like something had to give. And so that's when I was like, okay, I need to hire someone to help me with like this or how to organize this or whatever. So I was able to find a program that's where the phone number, it's this program. It's called like High Level or EM. I don't know what it's called. But anyways, they have it set up so that if someone texts you, you can say like, just like on the Instagram, on the Instagram, I can say, hey, comment match. And then you look in your DMs and you have the link to the color match form. And it's really cool. TikTok doesn't do that. You got to actually text me. But then if you text me and you're like, hey girl, how you doing? it doesn't there's no automate, it doesn't recognize anything. It's like, that's something that I personally respond to. But I taught it, like, if it sees the word match in my text messages, like if you comment match, if you text me just the word match, you'll get a text message that says, that I created, and it says something like, hey, here's my color match, or whatever. And so those are automated. But I also wanted to make sure that people weren't falling through the cracks, just like talking to automations all day, because I hate that so much. So if you really just want to text me, literally you can just text me, like plug me into your phone, and it's me. I swear to God, it's me. Okay. So see how it's like, there's the scary colors, right? So you have the bright white, and then you have like this weird orangey looking foundation shade, and then you have this contour shade. When you blend this just by lightly kind of pressing these shades in, it just kind of leaves like a trace of those colors instead of like the literal actual shade. So you don't have to be afraid of, and I just want to point out, I'm using one brush to blend all of this. It's not wet and weird like a bucket of satin finish from Lowe's, as I lovingly refer to it. But when you just kind of press this in, this will just melt into your skin. Hey, Angie! See how it just kind of like melts? And I just kind of dust the excess onto my lid, just to kind of even my skin tone. Just pressing. See what I mean? It's just really easy. This makeup is gorgeous. I really feel like it's for any woman. And if you're someone who's like, I don't know how to do makeup, this stuff is really easy. And you just, little by little, like the more every day when you apply it, you're like, oh my God, that looks really good. And then you're like, holy crap. And this is just 3 colors. And look, my skin tone is even. I have a nice finish. Like, you could totally be done. I like all the things. I like the bronzer and the blush, but if your mama taught you, Tanya said if your mama taught you. Samantha, try this. What is the best place to buy makeup? Try this. It's only online, but you get personal help from me. But I'll send you a message, and I can help you if you want to try this stuff. Otherwise, if you want to buy like regular like drugstore makeup, like there's no preference. I feel like Ulta has a drugstore section that's really good, and like, whatever you prefer. But if you want like to try this makeup, it's hard because it's only online, but I'm kind of glad that it is, because I can't imagine y'all standing in the middle of Ulta and that crazy lighting going, what is this? And then you try it, and then you're like, oh my God, let me help you, please. Let me help you. See, foundation, concealer, contour. So that's like easy peasy. Done, done, done. Right? Even skin tone, really nice finish, whatever. I spent so much money on to look good on my face. Am I your artist? Where are you? You're Florida girl. Where are you at? I'm in Plant City. Where are you at? If you're struggling with your makeup, just text me. Just be like, hey, I don't like it. I don't know if I'm applying it wrong or whatever. I will tell y'all most of the time, if anybody comes to me and says, hey, Mackenzie, my makeup, I don't like how it's looking, or I don't whatever, I bet you dollars to donuts it's the wrong color. 99% of the time. I'm telling you it's the wrong color. I'm telling you. And if you didn't buy it from me, I don't want to step on your artist's toes or whatever. So like, I would recommend going back to your artist and saying, hey, this doesn't work for me or whatever. But if you're like, I tried working with my artist and it doesn't work out, you can just, I'll help you. Just text me and be like, girl, I need help. But I don't want to offer that and like step on any other Saint artist toes. So I would much rather prefer you go to your artist and work with her. And then, but I mean, also you're a consumer and you can buy or you can do whatever you want. So like, I'm not going to stop you, but I just want to make it clear that I'll be respectful of my Saint sisters. Anyways, okay. So foundation, concealer, contour, and then bronzer. So bronzer is just like, it's like warm, right? Grumpy Pirates winch. How does it do with older skin? If you have mature skin, lines, wrinkles, texture, things like that, this won't settle and cake and crease and lines and wrinkles. There's no alcohol in it. So it does really well with mature skin. I don't care if you are old as Methuselah. Girl, get this makeup. You will love it. All of y'all, join my beauty group on Facebook. It's called Freedom in Beauty VIP. If you're on the Instagram, just comment VIP and it'll send you the link to it. If you're on a TikTok, just go to that website right there, the teamfreedomandbeauty.com, and there's a link to it in there somewhere. But it's Freedom and Beauty VIP, and you'll see customers from all ages, all skin tones, skin types, skin whatever, like all different kinds of ladies in there, and skin concerns, and they're posting all the live long day. So you should go there. That's such an amazing supportive group of women. I love them. What's the difference between contour and bronzer? That's one of my favorite questions, because I didn't realize how many people didn't know. So contour, when you think of contour, think of a skeleton, right? Like this, or someone like super skinny. They've lost all their mass. It's just skin hanging on bones, right? So you might see a lot of like where it just looks, there's nothing there to fill out anything. And so you'll see a lot of contours where the skin is just like kind of against it's like sitting in the hollow or whatever. Think shadows, think gray, cool, ashy, creating structure, so that when you're looking at, like when I'm looking at my light source straight on, right, it shows me the different, and then when I turn my face, it gives me different angles naturally, right? The contour is to create those same shadows without the benefit of the light source, okay? So if I'm looking directly at a light source and I turn like this, and I might get a little shadow here or whatever. But if that light source ain't in front of me, then there's no shadows. I just look one-dimensional, and then whatever. But our face isn't one-dimensional. So the contour is like shadows. It's dark and creepy. It's in the hollows of our cheeks and in the, like right here on down the sides of our nose to create structure, under the lip to make it look like it sticks out a little bit more, creates a little bit of a pout. So contour is just a way to create shadows, structure, and dimension. It's cool, gray, ashy. Think blues and greens and grays, right? Bronzer is warm. So bronzer is intended to, like, think of the sun falling down on your face. It's going to land on the high point. So it's going to land on the high points of your forehead, the high points of your cheeks. And this is warm. So think reds, yellows. Drink your water. So bronzer is warm. So with this particular makeup, this is a great way to get dimension. So a lot of us, when we put on that liquid foundation, you're taking a coat of paint, let's call it, right? And kind of, if you want to envision it that way, and we're putting it all over our face. So we're creating one dimension. There's no contour, there's no structure, there's no definition, there's no anything. It's just one dimensional. And then what you might see there is everything's the same. There's no structure to the face. You might look a little bit, I think it kind of helps. It might make you look a little bit older, only because it might not give you that structure of like a youthful, like younger face or whatever. I just feel like with the dimension, you look much more youthful, much more glowy, and you actually look alive. Like you look more alive. Hey, Carrie. So that's kind of what we want the contour to do. So if you're not someone who wants to contour, don't. Like I ain't your mama. You know what I mean? But contour is great for women who are like over 25. If you're under 25 and you're contouring, it's totally fine. Like that's great too. Do whatever you want. But I feel like the benefit of contour is to kind of add back that structure where we lost it, right? So when you hit 25, like you're done. You're done. Like you're at the precipice. It's only down from here. Like gravity's starting to work the other way now. Can I use this to make my fat face look skinnier? Yes, that's the point, is that it's just an illusion, right? So contour is just if you have a rounder face, you can create or this shadow, but see how whenever I turn, like when my light is gone, those shadows are gone. So you can kind of put those there. Oh, girls, mascaras. Lord, there's so many good ones. Saint just released 3 of them that are still nice. One of my favorites is Bad Gal Bang, which is on my Ulta storefront. So if you want the link to my Ulta storefront, just comment Ulta. I'm aspiring to be... Good for you, Veronica. It's fun. I think it's a fun little gig. And I really enjoy kind of... As a PI, like I feel like information is I'm addicted to information. I need to know all the things all the time, and I need to know what and who and when and where and what's the evidence, and I need all the information always. And so the more if you're going to present me with negative news, like something that's bad, I'm someone who, I don't care how bad it is. If you give me all the information and I know everything, it doesn't suck as much. Like, I'm like, okay, then I'm confident in it, right? But if you like that, it's just, I just need to know everything. If I don't know, like if you're telling me, oh, just use this, I can't be like, oh, okay. Like, I need to know why, and then I'm confident in it. So I'm someone who teaches makeup that way too. So if you don't know makeup, I'm someone who will overshare all the live long day. Amber, I sometimes do live, like while I'm on surveillance or whatever. Like, there's been times I'll be on surveillance and just pop on. What else? Okay, this is the second layer of my palette. This is customized, y'all. This is choose your own adventure type stuff. Like, I'll recommend shades to you, but at the end of the day, I ain't your mama. Do whatever you want. I just do what makes you feel pretty. Like, just do what works for you. Don't listen to nobody else. I'll make recommendations for you, but I'm an 80s kiddo. Me too! Me and my best friends all shared makeup in the same foundation shade, blush, and eyeshadow. And not one of us knew nothing. Legit. That's what I'm saying. I was taught makeup by another 8th grader who equally knew jack shit about makeup. And then I thought her word was freaking gospel. So I'm just kind of popping into whatever colors are on my palette. Like, I'm someone who likes to encourage you to get scary shades. Like if you're a neutral girl and you're like, just neutrals and browns for me, try one shade that's like not a neutral or brown, and you'll start to see that, like, oh, that wasn't so bad. Like, it's not so scary as you think. And then little by little, you start to understand that it wasn't that bad. The eyeshadows are powder. There's like 4 cream eyeshadow, but they're powder, and they're actually really good quality. There's setting powder. I'm just putting a little bit of setting powder in my T-zone. I like light and nudes also, Samantha. That's same for me. I'm going to dust some of this on my lids. Just don't be scared of the makeup. Like, do it in a way that makes you feel confident and makes you feel pretty. Yes, exactly. Makeup is supposed to be fun in a way I express myself. Yes, 100%. That's why I hate when people are like, you should do it this way. And there's like, any other way is ugly. Like that girl that said, ripped jeans are out. And I was like, I felt so ugly because she basically said that my ripped jeans were trashy. And I was like, no, they're not. And it's fine. It's how I express myself with what we wear, our makeup, all the things. So anyway, so just get one of these palettes. If you're on the TikTok, just text me and be like, hey girl, I was on your TikTok live. I just want whatever. Like, it's just have a conversation. I'm a human being. Please just talk to me like a human. I'm a human. I'm not a robot, I swear. If you're on Instagram, just comment match, or you can text me too. Just be like, hey, I was here. I want to say hi. Or just text me and be like, hey girl, how's your mama name? Like, I love those texts. I get some of those sometimes, like, hey girl, I was just thinking about you. Because we're friends now. I've never had girlfriends. I don't know what it's like. But now I do. Now I know what it's like because I talk to you guys. So, I don't know. I was made fun of my whole life. What do you think is a good look or easy to do for school and to meet up with your boyfriend while being at school? If you need like a little palette, like a little baby palette, just get a small one like this and just put one color like this. This is Royal. Sweet buttering. Yes, exactly. If you put blush on the apples, there are people that say don't put blush on the apples of your cheeks. I'm like, no, you can still do that. Like, that's a preference thing. Like, what are you saying? If you're trying to meet up with your man, you just do a little bit of a sheer lippy. You don't need nothing crazy, girl. Not if you in school, you do not need nothing crazy. Chill the F out. And a little bit of like a shimmer shade to just kind of make it pop just a little bit like that. And then maybe have a really pretty blush color and just like get a little flush on your cheeks. That's it. That's it. That's all he deserves. Till he proves himself. Amy, I don't know. I hope soon, because Lord, they keep it. Listen, I sell more makeup in this company than any artist here except for one. Okay? You would think that they'd message me and be like, hey, Mackenzie, like, I'm just letting you know, give you a heads up. No, they don't. They don't. So it's fine. Who do I think I am? Like, I'm not privileged. Like, as soon as I know, you will know, I promise. There should never be any rules with makeup. Do whatever you want. I mean, if you hate blush, don't wear blush. But if you are interested in like kind of seeing that like maybe with the right shade of blush, maybe I can help you see that like it can actually enhance whatever. But also, if you don't want to wear it, don't. Do bronzer instead. Just get a little like color, just like a little, oh, look at me. I went out and got some vitamin sun. Amy the Mood Lippy. You guys, they're coming out with a mood lip. Did you see it? When I was in Maui, they gifted it to us. So it's like it's called Blackberry. It's a mood lippy. It does the pH thing. It's not black. It's a trick ya. It's like a berry. It's like, it turns out like a berry color, and then it's like more or less intense, like pH, whatever. Anyways, that's coming out. But as soon as it does, y'all will be the first to know. Cause they didn't tell me that. I don't like when people keep secrets from me, but it's fine. I got trust issues. It's fine. It's fine. But as soon as I know, you'll know. Join my beauty group on Facebook, Freedom and Beauty VIP. My Freedom and Beauty VIPers get a lot of the access to like early access to tutorials and, you know, shades and stuff like that. And then I try to do announcements there and all that stuff. So thank you. Isn't it so cute? It's Dolly, Backwoods Barbie. I love Dolly so much. And I like the color. I like that it's like bright and like sunshiny. Yeah. It's a nice little group y'all have created. Like, it's a sense of community that a lot of women really need, especially when there's so many people out there that we're comparing ourselves to and we feel we're not good enough, you know? What else? Oh, I'll do eyeshadow real quick. This is, what am I wearing? Yellow? So we do gold. Oh, I know what we can do. Are you wearing yellow? So let's do, I have an idea for an eyeshadow. Oh, the Lashify. Are y'all using the Lashify? You have to, hey Jen, use the Lashify. If you want my discount code, just let me know. If you're on Instagram, just comment lashes for my discount code to the Lashify. And I do lots of tutorials. If you're here on the TikTok, go to that website and it'll take you to my my Lashify link, discount link thing. Okay, look. We gonna start this with a bang. I do Havana. Look. Okay, right? We about to get crazy. Everybody's scared. Everybody's so scared. Okay, so that's Havana. Havana is going to be great for blue eyes, green eyes, hazel eyes. Blues and oranges pop off each other really nicely. So if you're someone who wants a eyeshadow that makes your blue eyes pop, then try Havana if you want to. So Havana is a nice color. And then Mija, get a little bit of pink because we're wearing pink. So I'm going to take my same brush, but just like lay it down, pick it up like on the edges a little bit. Yeah, that's gonna be so, I'm gonna use Blondie instead because it's like right here in front of me, but yes. Anything that I can use as a guy, news reporter myself and need some makeup. Yeah, I do, actually, Joseph, I actually have some, reporters that I sell makeup to. Yeah. All you have to do is text me. Just be like, hey, I want some makeup. Did you say you're a millionaire by selling makeup? I said what I said. I didn't do that Havana, I think, and that pink. Look how pretty that is. What if I want to learn how to do a smoky eye? I got lots of, girl, join my beauty group. There's lots of tutorials there. I'll lead you. Just message me and be like, hey, send me the tutorial where you do this. I'll teach you. Okay. Oh, that's going to be, I think this is going to be really pretty to bring out like the pink a lot. Dusty, yes, I think so. I think this will, yeah, I can save this and put it on the YouTube. Look. Oh, that's so pretty. Thank you. That's real nice. I could text you. Just text me. Yeah, hi Emily, thank you. Yeah, my YouTube has tons of playlists on it. It's really nice. Okay, and then the next one is Blondie, which, so here's one option. If you got the Advent calendar last year, the 2024 Advent calendar. Oh, she organized all this. Hold on. 24 Advent calendar. She organized all of it. It's Freedom Barbie or Freedom and Beauty. I think you can find it under either. This one's called Lemon Drops. And then, so there's Lemon Drops, and this one is Blondie. So I think either of these is a good option. Whoop. So there's like Blondie, which is like yellow gold, and then there's like a little bit more gold. So let's do Lemon Drops. I think you're right about that. Oh yeah, girl. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, I like it. Oh, that's so beautiful. That's Lemon Drops. This year they're releasing 3 shades of these at a time. So far they've done Winterberry. What is this one again? Hold on. Yeah, they did Woodland. What was this one? Peppermint and Cashmere. Yeah, these are the ones they released. And then January, March. Any minute they should have the new ones out. This is the Lemon Drops. I was scared of it, but used it with blue the other day. It's so beautiful. I'm telling you. I'm telling y'all, when you use scary colors, you start to see that, oh my God, it's actually not that bad. And then people are like, oh my God, girl, your eyeshadow looks so good. And then you're like, oh, maybe this is actually kind of nice. Oh, that's very pretty. I need more pink. I want more pink. Just a little bit more pink. I want to build up the pink a little bit more. Telling ya. I want to, my hope is that like when you guys see me doing like crazy colors like this, that you'll try it and be like, oh, that actually doesn't look so freaking bad. You know what I mean? Hi, Ella. See what I mean? The Lemon Drops did it. Purple, you... Amy, I love him. Tell him I said hello. Yeah, purple in the outer corners. You could totally, like, you could add literally whatever you want. Purple would be a really pretty. You could do a really pretty, like, lilac or literally whatever. And I'm just gonna put a little bit down here, just to kind of add a little bit of color. Oh yeah, that's real very much nice. Also, by the way, oh, hold on, stand by. I always do Drift on the inner corners. She's a little bit more white than the Lemon Drops, like less gold white and more like champagne-y white. This goes with the eye boogers. Y'all, Drift, if you don't have Drift in your palette, get Drift, get the eyeshadow brush, put it in your palette, and wear it with every single shade. I swear on everything holy. Y'all, you need it. Drift is it. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Look, it's so bright, and it's so pink, and it's so pretty. It works good. Okay, so this is the eyeshadow brush. The eyeshadow brush has a fluffy, because it fits like on your whole lid kind of, so you can do a little dusty. And then this one is a more dense end, so you can like press it right there, or you can use it in the outer corners, whatever. Yeah, they're Pammy, they're magnets. It's all magnets. So if you take like everything out, it's the magnets. They don't fall out. Isn't that fun? Whoop, except don't throw them. I just threw mine. It's fine. Yeah, they all magnets. It's so fun. It's kind of cool. I call it, what is it? Choose your own adventure. Choose your own adventure. Like the old books, like Choose Your Own Adventure books. Okay. And then Benefit sent me this mascara, which I thought was so stupid. I was like, why'd you send me that? I'm never going to wear that. And then I did, and I was like, I'm stupid. And then, look, it actually isn't super red. And I think it looks perfect for this eye look. See, and it's not like, it's a red, hold on. It's red mascara, but it's not like red. Do you know what I mean? It's like regular. Okay. Pammy, do you need my help, darling? Ever since we launched in the UK in January, I think I'm like a Spice Girl. So hashtag Spice Girls. Yeah, so I don't speak British. Except sometimes I pretend, and I'm sorry if that is offensive, because I'm horrible at it. Hi, Robin. That's okay. It'll be reposted on my Instagram if you want to go check it out, or YouTube too. Yes, the burgundy mascara. You need my help, girl. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. But y'all let me help you, please. Y'all don't understand. I hate when people are like, oh, I'm sorry to bother you. And I'm like, no, please bother me. I love it so much. I've got a British accent. Some people are like, that's not British. You sound like a drunk pirate or drunk Irish pirate or whatever. And then I'm like, I'm very sorry. Please don't cancel me. I'm going to get canceled for sure for my really poor accents. Don't ask me to do a kangaroo accent. I cannot do Australian to save my life. Nope. Thank you, Jen. It's true. I really will help you with all the stuff. Y'all gotta remember, I spent 40 years of my life being bullied and told how worthless, fat piece of shit I am, and I'm not good enough, and all this stuff, abandonment issues and rejection, trauma, abuse, rape. Like, there's been a lot of stuff in my life stemming from being a kid, right? Starting from being a kid up until now. Like, now I'm someone who we not doing that. Like, we breaking that. I'm not gonna continue that. Like, now I just want to be someone who inspires other women to feel beautiful and never feel the way that I felt. So if you feel intimidated, just know that you're not alone. Girl, I've been in your shoes. I know what you're feeling. I've felt it myself. I've cried myself to sleep. I have hated myself more than I've loved myself. I have punished myself. Yeah, I know. I know what y'all are going through. I've compared myself. I've limited myself. I've not given myself enough credit. And I have given in to what others were saying that I wasn't good enough. So, try this. This is the Goof Proof Benefit Brow Pencil. It's on my Comment Ulta, Georgia Beth. I like that name. Comment Ulta, and it'll send you my Ulta storefront, and you'll see it there. Thank you, Robin. By the way, when I share that stuff, that is me like being totally transparent about where I come from, because there's going to be a woman out there who feels so alone. And she's going to be like, man, I just feel so alone. And then she's going to hear my story and be like, whoa, someone that I look up to, like, has gone through this too. And she's going to be like, I don't feel alone anymore. And she's going to feel like welcome. She's going to feel loved. And there's just something about that when you create community for someone. Girl, yeah, I weighed 300 pounds. Now today I was at 138. And people are like, you're starting to look skeletal. Like, am I? Do you want me to shake all this for you? Is that skeletal? No. Like, I'm fine. Like, I'm not mad at my body. Like, I'm fine, right? But people, you'd never be good enough. People be like, oh, you're too skinny. You're too fat. Oh, whatever. Go away. I don't care. You know? It's stupid. It's so stupid. Anyways, so if you want to get a color match for this makeup, if you're on the Instagram, just comment match. I will tell you what shades to get and help you build a palette of whatever size you want, like whatever colors you need. It's choose your own adventure. You decide what your budget is, how much makeup you want to buy, how many colors you want to buy. They're all magnets. You do whatever you want. I'm not your mama. If you're on the TikTok, just text me and be like, hey girl, I was on your TikTok. I want to say hi. Whatever. I'm telling you, just message me. I'm someone who actually genuinely cares. And I hate poor customer service. That's a fun thing about, what do they say? Fun. One thing about me is I sell makeup online full time, and I hate sales because I have rejection and abandonment issues, but it's actually been the best day, or the best thing in my life. Okay, I love you guys. I hope that you have a great day. Thank you for being here, and I hope that you felt inspired today, and don't listen to people who say ripped jeans are out, because they're not. Okay, that's it. Love you. Bye.